Banking must become so much more than a transaction. This is why I teach financial brands to transform their thinking to put the transformation of people over the commoditized transaction of dollars and cents. And this requires courage to do something that really has never been done before. So how do we get there? How do we go deeper into the hearts and minds of digital consumers? That's exactly where I'd like to guide you next in our conversation, as the great opportunity for your financial brand is to gain insights through quantitative and qualitative digital secret shopping studies. And the insights gained through these digital secret shopping studies are then further amplified when taking into consideration competitive benchmarking of other financial brands, other banks, other credit unions, as well as neobanks and neo-lenders, their digital experiences, because all of them provide a foundational relation and relativism into a consumer's mind of what's being presented, in addition to also providing some alternative choices available to them. Furthermore, when thinking about digital secret shopping studies, it offers a tremendous competitive advantage for you. And what I mean by that is, we did a recent industry study where we surveyed more than 300 financial brands. And what we found is that 94% of bank and credit union websites have never undergone any type of digital secret shopping study. Could you just imagine for a moment if Amazon or Zappos or any major digital retailer never secret shopped their digital experiences? What would those experiences look like today? Now, on the flip side of this equation, 72% of financial brands have been performing ongoing secret shopping studies for their physical branches. And the lack of focus on digital secret shopping study is troubling, because we know from another study that we conducted that 87% of consumer journeys begin online regardless of where they apply. Online, over the phone, in the branch. For some quick context, the best way to think about digital secret shopping studies is through two different lenses. The first is that of quantitative studies, where you can gain some perspectives around the big data sets. Think heat maps, click maps, scroll maps of some of the key product pages on your websites. These quantitative studies, these big data sets, provide perspective at the macro level into how people are shopping for a product on your website, as well as what specific actions they take throughout the buying journey. But the how and the what are only half of the story of the overall narrative. This is where qualitative studies come into play, and this is where you can utilize thick data to uncover the why around why do people do what they do. And more importantly, why do they feel the way they feel when shopping for a financial product on your website in relation to benchmarking your digital shopping experience with that of other financial brands. And the most important element of these qualitative studies comes from asking the right questions and then responding to a person's unique answer with empathy. This is why the first two questions that we ask here at the Digital Growth Institute when conducting digital secret shopping studies for financial brands are contextual and framed around a specific product. And we ask these first two questions, number one being, based on what you're seeing right now, do you feel like you can trust this financial brand? And this is one of the most important questions because it's a binary question. It's either true or it's false. It's a 1 or it's a 0. And it's an answer that's being formed within milliseconds of being presented with a digital experience, whether that be on a desktop, on a tablet, or a mobile device. And now as we dig deeper into that response, we can then follow up that question based upon what you see. How does this financial brand make you feel right now? And even more importantly, why do you feel that way? And from here, from these first two questions framed around trust, feelings, and emotions, We can then dive into 10 to 12 other questions that provide additional perspective into why a consumer thinks the way they do, why they behave the way they do, why do they make decisions the way that they're making them when shopping for a financial product on your website in relationship to the benchmarking of experiences on other bank, credit union, neobank, neo-lender websites, mobile sites, etc.